mic and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Oh. Oh. Ooh. Little echo, Bieber. And that's okay. Because good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well today. Friday? Yeah, big time. Big time. Thought it was. Feeling like it. So hope you guys are having a happy Friday. Baseball continues to be hot in the streets. Hot in the streets. Baseball's killing it. The big news from around the world last night, the Broncos get a win. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Ripping the QB. Ripping. He was really ripping it around the field. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bakers. Bake the algorithm. Everyone live in the chat. YouTube. The Scope. Perry. Facebook machine. Happy Friday. Let's go have a day. Let's go have a weekend. Big sports. Kind of a big sports weekend. No baseball. What are you doing, baseball? Maybe one game. We'll see. But that would be because of rain delay. BBD here on Wake and Jake. We talk sports. Producer BBD wearing his Padres jersey. Hot. Hashtag hot in the chat. What we do here on Wake and Jake is we start with the game of the night, the game you should be talking about at the water cooler. You get to your meeting early at work. It's you and Phil Phalangish, and you say, "Hey, Phil, how about that Padres-Cardinals game last night, huh?" Phil's like, "I don't really like baseball." And you're like, "Phil, leave me alone. Go watch the Padres." BBD, this was a big game, and this was the game of the night for a couple reasons. A, the Padres are awesome. B, they found it. This was an elimination game, and this was, is this miracle Padres season going to come to an end? Is this it? They lost their 1 and 2 pitchers coming into the series. How many teams could lose their 1 and 2 pitchers and still even have a chance with Adam Wainwright on the mound for the Cardinals? So much playoff experience. And they get the early lead. They're up 4-1, right? 4-1. And then it happens. Tatis hits a homer. And the storyline was becoming like there was a not clutch Tatis storyline forming. He left 10 guys on base in like his first 6 at-bats, something like that. And then to follow it up, Machado goes yard piece. So instantly, the Cardinals were up 4-0, then it's 4-2, then it's 6-2 in the top of the 6th, and that's when they go nuts. And then it's tied at 6s, and you're like, okay, San Diego could have figured it out, but was it too late? It was not. Will Myers, who's been like the third wheel, the best hitter on this team, technically, OPS if you want to go by that, he hits the homer. And then Tatis, again in the 7th, goes yard ski, again a 2-run homer. That makes the score 9-6, or as some people might say, 6-9, BBD. Like that. And, hey, kudos to the Cardinals. Cardinals rally. Harry Bader sac fly. Wong sac fly. But, again, couple sac flies in the same inning. That means 1 base hit, and you could have had a bigger rally probably. Will Myers comes back again and homers in the 8th. He's a bad man. 2 homers from Myers. 2 homers from Tatis. Goldschmidt, homer draft. Watch out, Trev. Watch out, Jomboy. But it's not enough. Rosenthal pumping 102 on the gun. Padres win 11-9. We're going to 3 in this set. Really exciting stuff. Our guy Jack Flaherty on the bump, BBD, against this Padres lineup that looks like they found it. But this game, not only because it was a great baseball game, felt like it was a game of the night, but to me, it also felt like a change in the playoffs. Like, you know, in the sixth inning of this game, St. Louis is up 6-2. They're a really good team. They've got good pitching. You're like, okay. And then the Padres turn it on, and now the Padres might be back in the dance. So we will see. We got some funny business going on. Oh, no, Giuseppe. The broom's coming out on me. Vaudeville act. They're sweeping me off the stage. I'm not going to say who that was. It's the same guy doing the banana nonsense the other day. This was the game of the night. Padres Cardinals today is going to be insane. Two really good teams. And BBD, you're repping the Jers.
It puts us in kind of a tough spot today because Padres are fun.
Yeah.
Everyone likes them. Our friend is going on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't have an actual rooting interest, but the jersey's cool, and he hit 2
Cool
homers
jersey. Yeah.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Have it.
And there was some fun facts that were coming out. I think they're the first teammates under 30 or something to both homer in a game. And then I saw the other stat for a playoff game. The other stat was it was Ruth and Gehrig.
I don't want to get the phrasing wrong, but I think it was like the first time like two teammates both had multi-homer games in the playoffs since then.
Either way, yeah. However you shook it out, I mean, very impressive. Good for them. 11-9 final. Both pitching staffs get knocked around a little bit. We'll see what that looks like. I mean, Jack Flaherty is going to bring the spark today because that's what he does. Waino.
Like people were saying he had a down year, and it's like pretty easy butter knife. He had just that one game against the Brewers that was like 3 innings, 9 runs.
Yeah, I mean,
you take that out, and he was excellent the whole year.
Yeah, and
he's really good. So don't look at his season.
They
numbers.
babied him a little bit this year too, because he's technically, I mean, he's their star young pitcher. Yeah. So they had the hotel thing happen, and from the weird year, anyways, they were going to play it safe with him. I think the comparison would be Snell for Tampa. Like, you know, Tampa built Snell up very gradually. They were basically doing that with Flaherty after the hotel incident. Flaherty will be there today.
Kind of had to do like 3 warm-ups to the season with the first spring training, summer camp, and then they had 2 weeks off.
Padres, man, the Padres got to almost every St. Louis reliever. It's going to be a fun one today. Let's do the rest of the games. BBD, Buggy. The first one, Cron Pod, and that's obvious. Braves 5, Reds 0. Your Cincinnati Reds are out of the playoffs. Ian Anderson, 6 shutty. Jeff Passan had that as his hot take in his playoff article. Good for you, Jeff.
Making predictions.
Then someone replied instantly and said, you said the Twins would win a game. So, predictions. Acuna. This was 1-0 into the 9th, right? We watched it. I watched most of this here. Acuna opens it up. Ozuna and Duvall at bottom of the 8th, so it was going into the top of the 9th. Braves open it up. It goes from 1-0 to 5-0. The Reds are the first playoff team ever to get shutty. The Joey Votto quote now looks pretty brutal. We're an effing nightmare. Nobody wants to play us. And you go and do that. Kudos to the Braves. The Braves had a good bullpen, and they had Max Fried. No one really gave Ian Anderson love. He shoved. And I kind of love it for the Braves, man. They go 2-0. Their bats get going in that final inning because, hey, if you're a Braves fan, your offense got shut down pretty good too. But they turn it on at the end, and it's the guys you want to see. Acuna, Ozuna, Duvall. Good for the Braves, 5-0. They move on. Who are they going to play? Are they waiting for the winner of Slam Diego? No.
They get the Dodgers.
They get the Dodgers. Or no.
I think
Dodgers are waiting for San Diego.
Dodgers are waiting for...
So they're Cubs-Marlins.
They're Cubs-Marlins. That's
so,
I had every other option.
Right. We got it. We got there. So good for the Braves. Mansplain Baseball Pod. Go check those gals out. BBD. White Sox A's. This game was a little messy, and little Poppy was telling you on Talking Baseball, I thought it would be a little messy. Didn't get as messy towards the end. The bullpen ended up locking down a little bit, but early on, Chicago goes up 3-0. Luis Robert hits a bomb. I think it was the second longest home run this year, 487. Peter, me, Reiki, the billboard signs. He's a beast. He hits the RBI single to make it 2-0. Nomar Mazara could be a good young hitter still. That's a deep cut a little bit. But they're up 3-0. Sean Murphy, the young catcher for the A's, he hits the 2-run homer. It's 3-2. They walk in a run. Can he? It's brutal. 3-3. And then they do it again. Matt Olson, Hot Boys of Summer. It's 4-3 A's after the couple bases loaded. This game was chaos from the start, by the way. The White Sox pulled their starting pitcher in the first inning. They went full playoff baseball. Crochet, the rookie that throws a hundy right out of this year's draft. So that's pretty insane. Mazara ties it, top 5. It's 4-4. Chad Pinder. 2 RBI singles, 6-4. And then the bullpens go shutty the rest of the way. You wouldn't have guessed it by some of the innings. A lot of runners on base. A lot of guys locking down for the big moment. Couple balls hit right at people. And Liam Hendricks, he comes out after throwing nearly 50 bullets the night before. Gets the save. 3 punchies. Hitting 100 on the gun himself. Oakland advances. White Sox, they won game 1. They told them not to start a lefty. They did. They beat the lefty. So then Oakland didn't start lefties, and they won both games. So gonna be interesting. This White Sox team, everyone was giving them the same speech. I mean, they're young. They're good. They're gonna be back. They might want one more lefty bat. So we will see. I saw someone in the chat call me out for calling Nomar Mazara young.
He's 25.
25, and he's been in the league since he was like 22. I think that's why he doesn't seem young. They kind of
he's not a baby, but
he was supposed to be like a big-time contact hitter. We'll see if he can figure it out. Might see those Sox get another lefty bat. Good year for the White Sox. It ends. Oakland moves on. They're getting Houston. This is what they wanted. Storylines. That's what it's about. And then the final game, BBD, Buggy. Dodgers 3, Brewers 0. Just a mismatch. Woodruff for the Brewers was actually shoving. Him and Kershaw were shoving through 4. And then in the 5th inning, I think there was a misplay, and then they got mad at the umps a little bit. Barnes with the single to center. Taylor scores. Taylor gang. And then that Mookie guy, he's really good. 2 RBI double down the line. Yeah, they called it an infielder's choice. I think it could have been more than that. Kershaw was the story. He dominated. 13 punchies from Clayton. Kershaw, his stuff was disgusting. Wonder what Dodgers fans are saying. Are they saying that this game didn't matter? Are they saying he figured it out? I think they're saying this game didn't matter. The Brewers, look at their lineup. I hate to be rude to the Brew Crew. This is not what the Brewers lineup is supposed to look like. Jorko, Healy, Arcia, 3-4-5. Taylor, Nottingham. Brewers backed into the playoffs. They get beat. Good for the Dodgers. They handle their business, and they'll see San Diego or St. Louis. That's the baseball, BBD. What do we miss? What'd I miss?
Well, not a miss.
Oh.
I'm just excited about the possibility if the Padres win today, then 3 of the 4 division series matchups are division rivals that don't like each other.
Right.
Because Yanks Rays had one of the bigger fights of the year. Astros had the big fight this year, and Astros cheated.
Not to be
Padres and Dodgers have bickered a bit.
not to be rude to the AL Central, but these are the AL playoff matchups. I think the East Coast is getting a little East Coasty, and that people are saying that the Yankees-Rays is the ALCS. We'll see. We'll see who advances, but, I mean, there's bad blood, like, legit. Laureano sprinted at that dugout. Everyone hates Houston. The Yanks and Rays, 90 horses that throw 98. Rays were talking a lot of junk this year. I'm obviously coming from the biased Yankee side, but the Yankees, they
really don't like them.
They want to punish them. And the Rays, you better believe in yourself, and they should. There's no reason they should not. They beat the Yankees 8 out of 10 games in the regular season, but that series is going to be intense. Good stuff, Bieber. There's only one other sports game of the night that needs to be talked about, and, I mean, I wanted sports game is a loose term. Broncos at the Jets. I'm sorry. This did become a flip game towards the end, and I saw Cowherd. Hey, Cowturd. Colin Cowherd was tweeting out, he was like, hey, it's a pretty impressive thing that the NFL can do, that you can make this game watchable. Like, for whatever reason. Down the stretch, it became a close game, pick 6. My Broncos started Brett Rippon, who was a Boise State Bronco. So I like that. Bronco to Broncos. The Jets stink, man. I heard and saw people tweeting about, that Darnold needs some help, what's going on. And I was like, yeah, but, if you're an okay quarterback, skill positions are still skill positions. Not really. Not really with the Jets. Their wide receivers, their running backs are brutal, and I think their O-line's even worse. So I don't even know what you do. The Broncos end up winning this game. Melvin Gordon with the late tutty. He had a pretty good fantasy game. Melvin Gordon, people. Broncos 37, Jets 28. If you're the Jets, you're firing Adam Gase. I don't know what you're doing. Broncos get a win. Jets are looking like they're going to line up for Trevor Lawrence potentially. The Jets or the Giants are the two the two worst teams. I think they both have the highest odds. They're both at like 27%, and the next highest is like 8. So
give it a look.
Bad times in New York football. Broncos win. Jerry Jeudy had his first touchdown catch. He mossed someone / the Jets cornerback just missed a clear interception. So kind of ugly. Go Broncos. Go Horsies. We did it. BBD, any football notes?
Jets are really bad.
Yeah.
Gordon Damer, who works for ESPN, he and I follow each other, interact a little bit. Not to brag.
Flex.
I listened to his show this morning on my drive in.
Early flex.
But the line he has, like, the Jets, you got to see it to believe it. Like, just how bad they are. It's like,
you kind of do, man. Again, like, I've got this weird, I wouldn't say it's ability, but I follow the NFL draft closely. I used to play a lot of Madden. And I watch enough college football that, like, I'll see a guy and I'll be like, oh, yeah, I used to watch him at Missouri. Or, oh, yeah, that guy. I used to love watching him at Memphis.
Know a couple things.
These dudes, the Jets, were running out there. The running backs were kind of familiar, but one of them's Frank Gore, who's, like, the oldest running back ever. Some loose numbers there. The wide receiving core, oh, my God. It was Crowder, who's been there for a few years, and then Hogan from the Pats, but he was like their 5th receiver. And then other guys I just didn't straight up know. So I don't know, Jets. I feel bad. Been to a lot of Jets games. Like the Jets. My Broncos win.
Thanks for them. Like, Darnold is good. They have nothing around him, and soon they're going to have to pay him. So it's like, by the time...
Football's got
a tough spot with
Football's got a weird thing where... Darnold hasn't done much, and again, the talent's not there. I get it. But, like, quarterbacks have a shelf life where you got to start figuring it out. And I don't know. Honestly, best case for everyone at this point is Jets finish last, they get Trevor Lawrence, and they trade Darnold to the Broncos for a 3rd and a 6th. Like, I think Darnold, Gase, and the Jets need to, like, all just, let's forget about this.
Yeah.
Go Broncos. Go baseball.
Yeah.
BBD, this brings us to the comment of the day. I got a few today. I ask you guys to bake the algorithm wherever you're watching. Hit like, leave a comment, leave a review. Podcast app. Go leave a podcast review. Share with a friend. We got sports going on. Love everyone live in the chat. I see you. I smell you. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Leave a review. Silly stuff, sports stuff, whatever you got. Share with a friend.
You are seen.
Mark Taylor, this was the #1 liked comment, and it's kind of my goal in life. Mark Taylor said that Jake is the uncle at Thanksgiving that sits with the kids to entertain. Yeah. Yep. That's the goal. That's what I want. And then there was another comment. M. Lev said old school Sports Center meets drugs, which I said yesterday. He had that in quotes, and that was good. That is kind of what we're going for. There was one other comment. I'm forgetting the whole thing, but I mentioned talking about the Padres Cardinals series that there was still a lot of baseball left to play, and their comment was like, a lot of baseball left to play. There's an elimination game. I mean, you saw what happened. It's playoff baseball. It's a little different. So, yeah, thank you guys for leaving your comments. If you got a friend that's ever watched sports, go share this with them. So, thank you. Thanks from BBD. How about that? And BBD, before we get to our fake last segment of the show, the bro of the night, can I tell you guys about Ambitious Strike? Is that a new sponsor? Is that a new partner? Yeah. Am I wearing the shirt? You tell me. Do I look sexy as hell in this shirt? Yes.
Look.
Yes.
Someone in the chat already said this black shirt's a great look for Jake.
They reached out and they said, hey, Jake, you might be the hottest person in sports. I said, whoa. I'd have to review a couple things, but I understand what you're saying.
Tears.
Yeah. Go check out the website. Minimum, if you're part of the YouTube crew, go to ambitiousstrike.com. Strike, S-T-R-Y-K. Give them the click. Show them that we appreciate them here. They're a sports-focused lifestyle company. Yeah. Exhibit A. They got shirts, hats, leggings, sweaters. Comfort and quality, BBD. That's kind of what we do here. I kind of like putting comfort first, too. Like, let's get comfortable.
That's my whole life.
Let's get comfy, and the quality will be good, too. But let's get comfy. Life's too short to not be comfy. They take pride in that. And, guys, they have a coupon code, and guess what? It's Jake20 for 20% off. That's Jake20 for 20% off. Little Poppy is the promo code. Not actually Little Poppy, but Jake20. Go to Ambitious Strike. They've got shirts that are $20 with the promo code, $16 for a shirt. I would appreciate it. They would appreciate it. Go check out the website. If you see something you like and it's a t-shirt for $20, that's $16 now. Go get it. AmbitiousStrike.com. Again, I look sexy as hell. Ambitious Strike, S-T-R-Y-K for Strike. Go check them out. They're friends. We like them. I'm technically a model. So that's all that is. BBD, the bro of the night. I had a late audible on this. Partially due to your wardrobe. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. I'm going with Clayton Kershaw. Clayton. My name's Clayton Kershaw. I like the ball in this game. And this ties into the Ambitious Strike stuff. Clayton Kershaw's hot. And it's gone overlooked. Like, yes, he's great. There have been some late-inning playoff struggles. Clayton Kershaw's hot. So I think that needs to be talked about. He dominates the Brewers, and yes, it's a weaker Brewers lineup. I get it. Anytime you can do 8-inning shutout on a playoff mound with 13 Ks, that deserves it. I've been rooting for a Kershaw playoff dick drop and this year might end up being the year. He's been disgusting this whole season. He lets a runner on in the 7th inning. He walked him, and they start shuffling the bullpen quick because it's still a 3-run game, and the pitching coach is coming out, and he gives the smile like, dude, I know what you guys are doing, but we're good. He picks off the runner at first base, and then he strikes out the next hitter. Kershaw's disgusting. Root for Kershaw. He's an all-time great. And go look at the playoff stats. They're getting good. The late inning stuff still stinks, and I do hope he redeems himself from that. But lights out. He's hot. He deserves more love. Like, people get, if Trout didn't exist, like, I think Kershaw would be like the best player from the past 10 years or so. So Clayton Kershaw, pretty amazing playoff game. Beavers?
He's ridiculously good.
It's good. He was nasty last night. Sometimes you watch Kershaw and you're like, I kind of don't get it. Like, the fastball's not crazy. The slider looks okay. The curveball's pretty loopy. I like
just
that.
Read me the numbers on, like, each pitch.
Yeah.
Nothing is like, oh, that's the thing that's crazy.
Last night he was nasty.
Yep.
Nasty.
ERA plus this year, 196.
Pretty good.
It's like his 3rd best ever.
He's washed up.
We were rightfully, like, scolded by Trevor Plouffe about it during spring training.
No, we owe Trevor that one.
And to be fair, he was like just normal, insanely good the last like 2 years, but this is back to like Cy Young level stuff.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Hall of Fame.
Who do you got, BBD?
Well, I was banking on you having Fernando Tatis because you wrote it in the sheet.
Yes.
But I had the jersey on, we audibled, so he is the bro of the night because he should be.
Obvious reasons.
He has to get one.
Might have woke up the team.
But while I'm here, I did want to shout out because it's hard for a reliever to get it.
Ooh.
My next guy would have been Liam Hendricks. Just so you know.
Nice.
Hard for relievers to get this or get Pride of the Yankees in Talking Yanks.
Yeah.
Check those out. Because he goes 49 the one day.
Yeah.
Comes back yesterday. Nasty.
I like it.
Relievers just don't do that anymore.
And, I mean, if he doesn't have it, like, Melvin's in trouble. Hendricks is in trouble. The team's out. So he really did shove. That's a good one. He's nuts. He's an Aussie, so he was screaming on the mound. That was fun.
And Tatis is crazy good.
And
did
Tatis,
the whole thing.
you know, when I was going to do Tatis, my whole
2
thing was going to be
homers.
like, hey, you know, we can't talk about Tatis enough. And it's true. It's going to be a big Game 3 today, and that brings us to our what to watch for. Padres, Cardinals, Jack Flaherty, our guy, one of the best pitchers in baseball, against these Padres. I mean, should be one of the best games of this October so far. I think both teams can make a big statement. Like, the Cardinals could come out and say, hey, that was your best punch. Sweet. We got these dudes. Let's go. Padres starter undecided, so, like, they're going to try to bullpen this, and they do have good bullpen arms. But, I mean, Jack Flaherty against the Padres lineup, that's as good as it gets. So, the other baseball game, BBD, Marlins Cubs. I guess we're into that. Is that it?
Cubs face an elimination.
Is basketball
Finals,
tonight?
Game 2.
Yeah. Okay. I'd like
We didn't
to
talk
flip
about
to
it, but
that.
the Sixers hired Doc Rivers.
Sixers did hire Doc Rivers. I saw the chat mention that a little bit. Need some time to process it. I like it, I think.
I saw another report about, like, the Sixers management were 2 different directions on how they wanted to do it. Like, ownership wanted D'Antoni.
Right.
But Elton Brand didn't. I forget who Elton Brand wanted, but they kind of were able to compromise because Doc Rivers fell into their laps.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. But
Yeah. D'Antoni would have been fun, but it would have been odd to see how that works.
they're kind of like would have.
I kind of like the Doc Rivers fit. I mean, he's kind of a player's guy. He's got a great reputation, and the wonder around basketball is, can Embiid and Simmons do it together? And I think Doc can find that out. Like, Doc will let you know that. And maybe it's not, and maybe they move on, which maybe they need to.
You will have an answer. I think. I don't know.
And by the way, the afternoon, Marlins Cubs is Sixto Sanchez Darvish. Sixto Sanchez was a story of baseball for a little bit. Darvish is probably going to be second in the NL Cy Young.
Was that the matchup yesterday, and they
Yes.
Back? Okay.
Yeah. So watch the baseball today, 2 p.m., 7 p.m., and maybe flip over the basketball if it's tight late. Guys, we got all the Talking Baseball stuff coming. We're trying to go live at 11. Recap, and then we'll be doing the pregame show. Talking Giants is out today. Big game for them this weekend.
Rams preview.
Thank you, guys. AmbitiousStrike.com, Jake20. Punch it in.
STRYK.
Buy that early October gift you've been waiting for. I don't know. Thank you, guys. Happy
Comfort
Friday.
and quality.
Have a good weekend. Comfort and quality. Bake the algorithm. Bake the algorithm. Bake the algorithm. Bake the algorithm. You're all beautiful.